All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. Yet another win for them, folks. Dink and dunk Brock Purdy. He had a perfect 158.3 passer rating this afternoon. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first time since Montana did that back in '89. So, yeah, the dink and dunk conversation might not really be that good of an argument anymore. Nonetheless, the San Francisco 49ers folks are sitting here at 7-3. Chase Young feels like it was the missing piece to a defense that was already number one in the National Football League. The eye test statistics, whatever metric you want to use, the San Francisco 49ers have had the best defense in the league for well over a calendar season now. And yeah, Brock Purdy against I know Tampa Bay isn't, their defense still isn't, obviously a couple of years removed. It's not Super Bowl level, but I would say it is definitely an above average defense. Well, Brock Purdy, like I said, Dink and Dunk, let's just give him a new nickname. Let's call him Dink and Dunk. Brock Purdy went 21 of 25 for 333 yards, a beautiful 3 touchdowns. More importantly, 0 interceptions. I'm not good at math here either. Over 13 yards per throw, or completion, rather. This was class act. Brock Purdy has been, you know what, I will say, everybody likes to nitpick this team. Everybody likes to nitpick Brock Purdy, and they say, oh, well, without Shanahan, without CMC, without Trent Williams, without Debo, without George Kittle, blah, 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 blah. And that's also just kind of funny because it's like as if Brock Purdy picks who's on his team and what team he's on, as if Brock Purdy is the GM of the San Francisco 49ers. We'll talk about that in just a second. But guys, before we do, if you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Niners fans, I post at least one Niners video every single week. If we could try and get this video to 50 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. I will just say, what a difference. I know it's been 2 weeks now. What a difference Trent Williams makes to this offense. I wouldn't say I'm concerned with the San Francisco 49ers offensive line, but I definitely know some Niners fans out there that aren't completely enamored, aren't completely thrilled with their offensive line play. Trent Williams, the Hall of Famer, the All-Pro, the many-time All-Pro, many-time All-Star that he is, or Pro Bowler that he is, he's such a big difference maker for this team. And I don't know, man. It's just funny to me because, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, right? And I always remember, when the Packers were without our left tackle, David Bakhtiari. I don't know what it is. The difference between A-Rod and Brock Purdy. Everybody likes to just say, oh, Trent Williams, he needs a guy like Trent Williams, to do well. He needs a guy like CMC to do well. And it's just funny to me because it's that's how good Trent Williams is. That's how good CMC is. Aren't you supposed to surround your team with talent? So the additions, health-wise, of Trent Williams and Debo Samuel, it's just night and day difference. It really is. I love it. I absolutely love the San Francisco 49ers team, and I said it before their 3-game losing streak. Right now, to me, they look like the Super Bowl team out of the NFC. And, they lose 3 straight games, and now they've got back-to-back impressive wins. And I'm back on the bandwagon. I'm back on the wagon saying it's going to be really difficult to defeat San Francisco. And I will just say this. If they're the number 1 seed in the NFC, they will make the Super Bowl. If everybody stays healthy if Brock Purdy stays healthy, if these guys stay healthy, they will be the number 1 seed in the NFC. 21 of 25. The dude had a perfect passer rating. Like I said, we haven't seen that since Montana back in '89 when talking about the San Francisco 49ers team. Any QB on any week, no matter what team you're on, no matter what team you're playing, any quarterback who has a perfect passer rating of 158.3, you have to commend that. So I'm hoping tomorrow when I turn on SportsCenter and my talk shows, whatever, I'm hoping that they commend this dude. Because in that 3-game losing streak, everybody hopped off the bandwagon and said, he's a Shanahan product. He's a CMC product. 21 of 25 for 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. against an above average defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's something that personally works for me. Brandon Ayuk, one of the more underrated players in the National Football League. He is definitely like a top 5 underrated, underrespected, undercovered wide receiver in this league. He's so money to this team, especially when I have Deebo Samuel out there healthy, especially when I have George Kittle, Trent Williams out there. Brandon Ayuk this afternoon absolutely torched the Tampa Bay secondary. He torched their entire defense. 5 catches, 156 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged over 30 yards per catch. That's something you really don't even see in college. George Kittle tips in with 8 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 3 catches, 63 yards. Christian McCaffrey had 78 yards rushing, along with 25 yards receiving and a touchdown. God bless this dude. I'm so happy that I got him in fantasy football. I know this isn't the time, but I'm just so glad I got him in fantasy football. So let's talk defense. People will like to say, I assume this upcoming week, oh, well, you're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. And Baker Mayfield and that team, they're 4-5 headed into this game. Now they're 4-6. Like, it's not a crazy high-powered offense. San Francisco, they give up about 15 points per game. And I literally do not care who you play. If the year's 2023 checks calendar, it is 2023, and we're living in these high-powered offenses where you're putting up 30 points per game if you have Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, blah, blah, blah. They gave up 14 points. And like I said earlier on in the video, which feels weird to say because I have Nick Bosa, I have Fred Warner, who, by the way, was every single place on the field all game defensively. He was literally all over the field. You have Greenlaw. I have Hargrave. I have Armstead. It feels funny to say this comment, but it genuinely feels like Chase Young was kind of the final piece to this defense. And this was a defense that was unbelievable last season. That's a defense that's been unbelievable this season. And the fact that they got Chase Young, we've said it on this channel, for a stale bag of chips. They didn't even get like the Lay's variety pack. You go to Target, you're a college kid. This is personal memory of mine. You get that, you see that Lay's variety pack. They didn't even get that for Chase Young, who 2 games in has made a massive impact not only on the stat sheet, but with the eye test. I mean, folks, this team is absolutely terrifying. And I think the only reason people won't admit that they're absolutely terrifying is because Brock Purdy. And gotta say, they're in for a rude awakening here. All right. So that's it for tonight, man. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. If you want more Niners videos, let me know down below. But yeah, guys, this team's sitting here at 7-3. Brock Purdy is back to being Brock Purdy. They're coming off a 34-3 victory over, at the time, a Super Bowl contender in the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2 big road matchups coming up this Thursday, Seattle, and then the following week, Sunday, against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, if people aren't aware of it now, they'll be aware of it in about 2 weeks. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and we will see you next time.